Do you often start a new project with huge excitement, only to leave it half done a week later? You dream big, you make plans, but somehow you never reach the finish line. Psychology says people who can't finish what they start are not lazy, and they are not failures. In fact, their brain often works in a complex way that traps them in a cycle of starting but never finishing. If you have a graveyard of half-finished ideas, there are 5 deep psychological reasons behind it. Point 1. The trap of perfectionism. The first reason is a surprising one: perfectionism. You might think perfectionists get everything done perfectly, but the opposite is often true. Research shows that perfectionists are so afraid of making a mistake that they stop working as soon as the result looks less than perfect. In your mind, if it's not going to be the best, it's not worth finishing. You would rather leave a project incomplete than face the possibility of it being mediocre. Your brain uses quitting as a defense mechanism to protect your ego from failure. Point 2. The shiny object syndrome. Number 2 is what psychologists call the shiny object syndrome. You are in love with the beginning, not the process. When you start something new, your brain releases a hit of dopamine, the feel-good chemical. Everything feels fresh and full of potential. But as soon as the hard work starts, the boring, repetitive part, the dopamine drops. You lose interest and immediately look for the next shiny idea to get that excitement back. You aren't chasing the goal, you are chasing the high of a new beginning. Point 3. Overwhelming scope and lack of micro goals. Reason 3. You dream too big without a map. Having big dreams is great, but your brain can get overwhelmed by the sheer size of the mountain you want to climb. When you only look at the final peak, the distance feels impossible. Psychology shows that without micro goals, the brain loses motivation. If you don't break your big dream into small, reachable steps, your nervous system feels threatened by the workload. Eventually, you shut down and quit because your mind can no longer handle the pressure of the big picture. Point 4. Fear of success. This might sound strange, but many people stop because of a fear of success. Finishing a project means it will finally be judged by the world. It means your life might change, and change, even positive change, is scary for the human brain. Subconsciously, staying in the starting phase feels safe. As long as the project is unfinished, it still has potential. But once it's finished, it's real. To avoid the responsibility and the what comes next after success, you unconsciously sabotage your own progress. Point 5. Low frustration tolerance. Finally, you might have low frustration tolerance. In today's world of instant gratification, we want results now. If a task becomes difficult or takes longer than expected, people with low frustration tolerance feel an intense mental discomfort. Instead of pushing through the dip or the difficult middle part, they choose the easiest exit: quitting. They mistake a temporary challenge for a sign that they aren't meant to do this work. They wait for inspiration to return, not realizing that finishing requires discipline, not just feelings. Here is the truth. Finishing is a skill, not a talent. If you relate to these points, it means you have high creativity but need to build your completion muscle. Start small, lower your expectations of perfection, and focus on the next 10 minutes, not the next 10 months. If this video helped you understand your own mind better, hit the like button and subscribe to our channel.